everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Kili Vanessa Ruiz and this is my second reading and writing lesson plan. Okay, so we are going to start our class. Guy, welcome to the class. How are you doing today?
We are doing well, I think. We're quite excited to discuss about the reading that we had.
Okay, that's great, perfect. That's the attitude. Okay, so first we're going to discuss the agenda. First we have the warm-up, then the reading activity that we had that was the previous reading, right? Did you read the first chapter of the book?
Sure, I was quite excited to read it. I think that Oscar Wilde writes quite intriguing books that have a lot of learning lessons for our lives, so I liked it.
That's great, perfect. So during this class we're going to be discussing about it and then we'll have an independent activity about our writing part, okay? So we're going to start. Well, we're going to start with the warm-up. So what are we going to do? You are going to organize in pairs and you're going to discuss about some adjectives of the main characters that you saw in the first chapter, okay? So you are going to talk about it, make a review, and you are going to write some adjectives that you can use for describe the characters, okay? So I'm gonna give you about 3 minutes to do that, okay? By groups. Okay, so did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
You ready? Okay,
Yep.
That's great. Okay, so please, Sophia's group, can you please read all the adjectives that you could write?
We have like talented, sensitive, emotional. We also could discover like passionate, insecure, obsessive, of course, reserved, and thoughtful as well. And we also could see like charismatic, intelligent, probably manipulative, sarcastic, ironic, confident. We think that's cynical, but we are not quite sure. Influential, superficial, and also, of course, a description of a character which is beautiful, young, innocent, pure, charming, naive, and mysterious.
Okay, that was a wonderful job. Yes, I could notice that you were like taking into account each character and you were writing the adjectives taking into account what you saw. Sorry, what you saw in the first chapter. Okay, so now what are we going to do? You're going to give me a complete description about the characters that we saw in the first chapter, okay? We have Basil, Lord Henry, and Dorian Gray, okay? So I'm gonna give you the time, and in the same group, you're going to write that description, okay?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah. So basically, we have to write the description of the characters, which are Basil, Lord Henry, and Dorian Gray.
Perfect, that's great. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to do that, okay?
Okay, great.
Okay, that's great. So are you ready? Do you have the information?
Yeah, we think so.
Okay, that's great. So remember that you are going to try to give the description about these characters, and the idea for you is to use the vocabulary that we previously saw, okay? So the vocabulary that you search on the first for each character, that was the idea, to implement that vocabulary, okay?
Great.
So that's great. We're going to ask, okay, Sophia's group, can you please describe the first character in here? Basil, please.
Sure. So we have the character who is Basil Howard. We could say that Basil is a talented and, of course, passionate artist who is very sensitive and emotional. He can be a little bit insecure and obsessive as well, especially about the art and Dorian. But we think that he is also reserved and thoughtful, which makes him more introspective. So this is what we could gather, but probably this opinion could change as the book goes on. We are only in chapter 1, so it could change, but this is what we could gather.
Okay, so I have a question for you. So far, did you like this character?
Yeah, of course. I will certainly relate to his passion about art, or not certainly about art, but about other things that we have. However, he can be a little bit too obsessive with it, so we don't like that aspect.
Okay, that was great, perfect. So, well, now another group, please. Okay, Anna's group, can you please tell me about Lord Henry?
Sure. So we can see here, well, for us, Lord Henry Wotton, he is charismatic and, of course, intelligent, but he also is manipulative in the way that he influences others as well. So he is kind of sarcastic, ironic, and very confident. He has quite a cynical view of life and he can be influential, although sometimes he can be as well superficial.
Okay, a very difficult person, right? So,
Yeah.
well, we're going to see what happened with this character. Perfect, okay, and well, another group, maybe Valentina's group. Can you please tell me about Dorian Gray?
Sure, teacher. So for us, Dorian Gray, and for what we could read, Dorian Gray is beautiful, young, and innocent with a very pure appearance. He is also for us like charming and seems like naive, which makes him, let's say, easy to influence at some times. At the same time, we can tell that he's quite mysterious because he still, let's say, don't know much about him. Like we don't know about him a lot. Like
Okay, that was great, perfect, excellent job. Okay, so well, we're going to continue with our class. So take into account this description that you have already made. Take into account this, and we're going to discuss how in the future these perspectives are going to change. Okay, so well. Now I'm gonna read the objective of this class. So today we will analyze the first chapter of the book, The Picture of Dorian Gray. We will learn how to use different future forms to predict what will happen to them based on their personalities and based on the first chapter. So what happened here? Okay, so go ahead.